Right, I have two Tamiya Blackfoot builds on the go. One I'm going to show you right now, the other one, not so much. You've seen this Blackfoot before, but I've been doing something with it. I've made some changes to it, which I'm going to cover in its own separate build series. It's quite significant changes, so I've already told you too much. I said too much. Right, so this, I bought parts to do the build with, which gave me surplus parts. This is a rebuild. This car has been on my channel before. It was just a completely bog standard King Blackfoot that I extended. This body is a Palmer Lexan Clodbuster shell, so it's exactly the same size as the Clodbuster, genuine Clodbuster shell, which I have one of up there, which you've seen before. Yes, ignore the water leak on the roof there. So what have I done with this? I've got some little niggles to sort, like the original, when I made the hard shell Clodbuster shell into the Fall Guy, I took off things like the light pods on the roll bar. I have those somewhere, so I'm going to put them on this. They were working lights, but it looks like Mickey Mouse. So I used it, and then this. Yeah, anyway, so I'll be putting that back on. My noisy video assistant is here again. Hello, Sparky. So yes, that's body. It's as it is. I'm not making any changes to the body except for maybe take that big GMC sticker off. I used, when I cut off the surplus from the shell, I used that to make badges. Whether you like that or not, I don't know. So why is this featured when it's been on before? I dismantled it to make the chassis shorter to fit under the Blackfoot shell. I decided to recreate a standard Blackfoot, so I put the original chassis back onto it and rebuilt it. And so I had a Blackfoot with a grey chassis, which I always thought to myself, yeah. Anyway, so now it's got like the red chassis. But I'm not showing you anymore because I'm trying to tell you what I've done and I shouldn't. Right, so why is this? I extended the chassis. You'll see it's two bolted together. Now, I got a lot of hate from the Tamiya fanboys and girls in the industry when I did this, but I bought a big bag, a big hold all full of Tamiya bits that were either knackered or useless or mismatched, and in this bag of bits was chassis that were broken. One had the fronts snapped off, one had I don't know what the guy did with these I bought them from, but there were 3 or 4 complete chassis, but only one of them was actually 2 halves that were intact. And I rebuilt my early Mark 1 Blackfoot and sold it. Idiot! I will never forgive myself for that, because that was a genuine all-in-one, all original Blackfoot, and probably worth a lot of money now, and a shelf piece that would have been like, yay, I have one. So I've had to make a fake, so I'm happy with that now. Right, so these pieces were not intact. They weren't whole chassis pieces, so there we go. I cut them together and made a longer one. You'll notice on the original, it only has 2 things here. For this, there's 3, so it's about 1 inch longer. But that inch longer is just the difference between the Blackfoot and the Clodbuster. So that's how this project began. I built it as just a normal 2-wheel drive King Blackfoot, but I noticed straight away the extra inch in the chassis length made it handle better. The Blackfoot, it's a short chassis that it's square almost. It's almost as wide as it is long. Anyway, what have I done to this? I've put a bell crank steering setup. It sits very tall in the chassis, but it's undercovers here. I don't know it so much. I made my own links because I didn't have any for this. I've got some tube that I make covers to tidy these up. These shockers aren't staying on here. They were just a temporary. I'm going to buy some new shockers later. I made some little aluminium brackets. Now, I have various front end pieces. So this is the King Blackfoot chassis, as are these mounts, but the rest of it was broken. And yeah, well, that will be covered in the other Blackfoot video. Right, so, but the suspension on this is very, very plush. The back is a bit stiff. So do I want to soften it all up? I don't know. We've got some slop because this Stampede suspension is well 2002, something like that. So it's 20 years old now, and well, I may make some changes to it to bring it up to date. But I quite like the wheels on this. They were from the Thunder Tiger Tomahawk buggy. I bought it with the wheels on. The tyres are cracked, so they've got a half-life now. They're not very good, so I won't be stumping any real power into this puppy. This is just a silly little plaything. I mean, I've made a big fuss of saying I don't like two-wheel drive trucks, and I have now 2 Blackfoots. So there we go. Come on, sit. Oh, it does want to sit. Normally it just drops on. But anyway, so there we go. The update on that. I had it apart. There's nothing wrong with it visually. I cannot. But one of the gears is lifting inside the housing and no longer connected in reverse. I'm gonna have to make some like little shims to hold it in place. I have no idea why. I haven't found up the owner's book to work out why it's doing that, but there you go. So there we are. That's what I've been up to. Just a short update. Hopefully I will get this puppy out. I'm running short on electronics actually. There's a little box somewhere with receivers in. When I find it, I can get this running. But I need a couple more ESCs. So I may have to purchase some cheapo ESCs. I mean, you don't need real power in one of these to have fun. The whole point is that they're not powerful. So there we go. That's Blackfoot number 1. I'll be posting the build video for Blackfoot number 2 when it's finished. You're not seeing it, although you just did see it, but you're not seeing it till it's finished. Right, thanks for watching, peeps, and bye.